Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back, I'm Pxy-STREAM. Olá pessoal, bem-vindos aqui a Pxy-STREAM. Então, aqui vamos continuar. I'm gonna continue with the retaking of some, no, not clothes making, sorry, não fazer indumentária, mas rigging of simple joints in this model, in this character. Então, rig de juntas, né, simples. That is knees, elbows, ankles, wrists, even phalanxes, joints. Então, joelhos, não calcanhar, mas essa parte aqui, pulsos, talvez o pescoço também, mas principalmente cotovelo, todas essas coisas mais simples. Not complex joints, which will be shoulders and pelvis, which has rotation everywhere. E claro, isso não é o mesmo do que, exatamente o mesmo do que rigar ombros e a região pélvica, que é em torno da bacia com a coxa, né? So we'll start with, let's hide these things and let's start with actually let's get some, no, not this, let's get the jet working here for us. We want this to be locked. Here there's a software for Windows like that, it's called Power Toys. Yeah, to find that out. Okay, so now okay, this is locked. We have this pose position. Então a posição de descanso não é igual a posição de descanso não é igual a pose de descanso. Aqui é para animação, então aqui já é o Object Mode, Pose Mode, né? E aqui Edit Mode. Então, okay, I have already many simple joints that are rigged here and that works more or less okay. Like this one. For this, something changed about the color of my yes, that color changed. I don't know why specifically. I'm on EV, maybe it could be on, no, alright, so I don't know what changed that color. I might have moved on something, changed some configuration. I don't see to be anywhere here. Oh, here, okay. Strange. Alright, so aparentemente a cor da wireframe do aramado muda ali, então é isso que estava errado. Ok, assim eu enxergo melhor. Now I can see better, maybe YouTube. So now, so the elbow is a combination as a simple joint of, it's not like 100% good, but yeah, you see that it's not, we could make some extra rig for improving that perhaps. But what we have here is that there's a combination of two techniques that I'm using. There are the depth bones, of course, and then would be the, okay, here is one of the features. Let's get this and let's get this. We have also a helper, okay, a bendy bone spline that we see here. So this is the, besides some wave painting, and so this is the structure that I have here. This is a fan bone. Isso aqui é osso ventilador, ou osso de, qual é que é o nome daquela? Fan oriental, fan traduzir fan substantivo, apparently oriental fan oriental, no. I think I don't know the leque talvez, leque, isso aí. So in English the word is the same fan for oriental fan, o leque, or for the household appliance fan, que é electric fan, um eletrodoméstico, ventilador. Então o conceito de fan bone tem um conteúdo ali de uma revista 3D World Review Magazine, acho que foi publicado em 2005. In 2005 there was a publication from a guy named, I think it's an Australian animator, rigger and professor, Sean, alguma coisa Sean, something, I forgot the but that guy, that in that magazine that I couldn't find online anymore, the version, and it is probably available for sale, but anyways, the idea is that there's a fan bone here, the simple oriental fan technique, that just derotates along this. So it's a deformed bone which has a very specific functionality, just like so here's it wave paint. It could be improved, but basically it derotates the joint, so to prevent artifacts. It's very precise because it affects the x and z axis derotation. So it has a bone constraint here. It has a bone constraint. No pose mode. Oh, I'm on the mesh. Okay, so it has a bone constraint here. Very simple. An invert copy rotation. Local space on rotation. Local space. So what it does, it will. If I turn this off, because it is parented offset to the forearm bone in this case, doesn't matter that this rest position is different. Então ela tá. Wait, where's the parenting? Alright, aparentemente tem um erro aqui, mas funciona de qualquer jeito. There's a small mistake, but it works anyways. If it's not parented, how can it? Maybe I've lost the parenting. Okay, normalmente o que eu faço, so no, it's parented. So where is the? Oh, it was there. Okay, tá ali a linha de parenting. Então tá parented offset to the forearm, the deformed forearm in this case, and it derotates that mesh so to prevent some artifacts. So if I turn this off, it doesn't derotate anymore, and so it helps prevent artifacts. Mas o que está acontecendo aqui? What's happening here though is, because I also have this one, which is another corrective armature deformed bone or setup, it's also helping this deform. So I turn this off and I'll turn this off. Now we see a lot of interpenetrations, and it's not terrible, right? But it can be better. If I turn this on, so this is wave painting issues. Aqui, como vê, como eu fiz os dois juntos em sincronia, o que não é necessário, pode usar um ou outro. Eu estou usando os dois porque, sei lá. It doesn't, because I'm using both, and just one would be enough. but because I'm making this mixing of setups, hybrid setup, right? So when I have to adapt the wave painting and some other features to having both of them active. So that's why maybe just one is not good enough. Currently, it does look like that this one, the bendy bone spline, is working better alone, by itself. Nesse caso, parece que esse aqui está funcionando um pouco melhor sozinho do que esse. Mas esse aqui é especial. The fan bone is special though because it is a very specific derotation of the axis. Do you know about the twist feature of, for example, how to say, twist bones? Já ouviu falar de twist bones? So those twist bones, they are alike. They are similar to a fan bone, like a simple fan bone like that. Esses twist bones que eu não vou mostrar aqui, mas eles são bastante populares. É uma técnica muito similar a isso aqui, porque on one hand the twist bones, they will precisely rotate or derotate along the y-axis of a bone, so it's a very precise axis rotation or derotation. The fan bone is very precise on the other two remaining axes, x and z. So the twist feature, corrective twist bone, if we can talk about corrective bones, they are similar to fan bones, corrective fan bones, because so they are a couple and they provide all the fundamental exact axis rotations or derotations that we might need to prevent artifacts or to improve certain deforms. So they are very geometrically accurate. They are very precise corrective armature deformed bones. Although the twist bone is not so much for corrective. Yeah, it can be. Então, os fan bones, assim como os twist bones, eles têm eles combinados, quiser combinar, não tenho aqui twist bones, mas não importa. Enquanto esse trata do eixo X e Z de rotação dos bones, dos ossos, o twist bone é só o Y, que é rotação roll, né? Bone roll. Então, eles são tipos de bones muito precisos. Então essa técnica aqui, ela vai ajudar para evitar ou reduzir os artefatos de rotação, não do Y, do eixo Y, mas dos eixos X e Z. Então essa é uma técnica de 2005. Não está tão conhecida hoje, e essa é só o fan bone mais simples. This is only the technique from 2005, the fan bone, and it is, so far as I know, até onde eu sei é de 2005, remonta a 2005, and it is very powerful. E é muito boa, muito poderosa, só que ela não faz tudo, ela resolve algumas coisas. Tipo, it's very good for simple joints. And it's also quite impressive for complex joints. E também funciona bem para juntas mais complexas. We're using them both. E quanto a isso aqui é uma técnica que eu vinha vendo e testando, mas principalmente parece que o pessoal que desenvolveu isso foi do Blender Studio. Blender Studio apparently started doing this in Blender. With bendy bones, and so this is very simple also. Isso também é muito relativamente simples. É só uma bendy bone spline aqui, né? Regular bendy bone spline. Ela tá do jeito que eu fiz. I parented this to the handles. Eu parentei esses handles, né? aos seus respectivos, né? Aqui esse bend bone está parented to, the bend bone is parented to the handle, the start handle, ok? So it goes in direction. Então começa aqui, vai para cá. Esse aqui tá, é a mesma estrutura de sempre de bend bone spline, né? It's the same structure of bend bone spline, and this one is parented to the deformed forearm. So, and they are aligned. Yeah, I match this position exactly like that to 3D cursor, right? Then I move on normal, whatever I want, and then então eu ponho aqui no normal, na Transforms Orientation normal, e aí eu posso colocar ele, ou colocar esse aqui, e alignment é Ctrl Alt A, né? So, align to this, alinhar a esse, né? No caso já está, né? So easy done. Just an offset parenting for that, for those handles, and then just like Ctrl Z because maybe something goes wrong. Screencast. So here I'm just explaining the theory for that, so how that works also, especially how it works and how it can be built. And then of course there is stretch to bone constraint. E claro, no bend bone vai ter o stretch to que está um pouco torto aqui. Isso acontece porque esse troço aqui ele precisa se adaptar a uma let's try something. Deixa eu testar uma coisa aqui. So I cannot reset here. Esse é um problema dos bend bones, ele não está resetando. It's not resetting because of bone constraints. Coisas que estão alterando a posição, o posicionamento geral das coisas aqui, está afetando a capacidade dele voltar ao normal. Quer dizer que eu precisaria desativar um monte de bone constraints here, que eu nem sei quais são. Tem um jeito de fazer isso? Não. Mas eu não posso entrar no pose mode. Eu teria que desativar todos os bone constraints. Let's see if there is something that we can do about that. Disable Blender. Temporarily disable all bone constraints. One click. That will be useful. Not reading that. Not logic. Scripting. No hearts here. Should that work? You don't use Python because you are not a coder. But you have to create under for each. Ooh, this is horrible. Yeah. First, thanks for taking the time. No, that is not good. Not good. So apparently this doesn't. A plugin. Okay, someone made an add-on, but that was no, it's recent. It loops through all selected armatures, then loops all through all ones. That's interesting. Let's try that. Not now, but yeah, I'm gonna save this. Bone constraint toggler. This guy is good. Yeah. Esse cara é bom. So apparently, does it work for? Is there some issues? No, apparently not. Okay. Maybe it's a good idea. That could break my rig. Pode quebrar o meu rig, mas yeah. Know what? Let's download this. Ok, vamos tentar esse addon aqui. Let's try that thing. So I never use. So it's install, download. What is the name of that? Let's see. Date where it was modified. It was. Okay, it's this one. Blender bone constraint toggler. Can it install from? Okay, apparently it might have to be installed directly from the Python. Let's try that out. Where's that? Yeah, I need to have some utility here. Add-ons. Add-ons not installed. Let's try here. I see. So let's get something. Sorry, folks. This just gonna create some folder here. Then let's extrude here. Not extrude, but sorry, it didn't work. I hate those things in Windows. I think it doesn't want me to use this thing anymore. So I need a new extractor. I can't extract a simple. Yeah, apparently it expired, so I wasn't aware. Okay, so we can do that because of. No, we can. Alright. So it was literally trying to have me buy it and believe it didn't work anymore. Great. And so here. Wasting time in this. Okay. Oh, it extracts in the downloads folder, I think. No, I need to. This very confusing thing. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so it says it was extracted there, right? So okay, let's close all that because this is annoying. So sorry folks, isso tá virando. Ok, mas não extraiu. Não tô vendo essa coisa. It seems that it was extracted. Yeah, okay, so never mind. So okay, that's a waste. Sorry folks, really. Okay, let's try just this. I want that value. So no, I want never tried that, so maybe that works. So since aha, new technique for the menu. Yes, finally. I never knew how to solve that. Okay, then what you do, you get this value and you copy here, for example, so you can copy paste for it. That's stupid, right? Well, it takes time. No, it's smart, but it's also because this value might change because that we make some change on the rig. So this is not very optimal, right? It's not automated in real time, but this is, right? So that is good. Aqui isso vai atualizar sempre esse valor do length, o comprimento do bond. Então, se a gente copiar e colar aqui, é melhor do que pegar esse valor. Claro, pode ser útil ainda fazer isso, mas não vai ter uma atualização, então pode causar erros. Então, não é uma boa ideia, além de que vai ficar poluindo, né? It can generate errors, so in the long run, who knows? This is safer, a safer method. So, right, so if I reset here, I lose. So we're not gonna do that. Now we have fixed that, we can probably get these things to be symmetrized, right? Vamos simetrizar isso, porque maybe this was generating some issues, talvez estivesse piorando a forma como as deformações acontecem. Aqui, obviamente, ele está desativado. E aqui, ok. We see that we could make some improvement though. What about... What's happening to... Oh, it's... Of course. This was disabled. Estava desativado, nem estava funcionando. So, deform, enabled, e aqui dá para brincar um pouco. So, what we can do, of course, is to play with those values, and of course, if you feel so, with the wave painting as well, with the mesh itself. Então dá para brincar ainda também, se você quiser, com wave painting desses bonds, ou ainda com a própria malha e aí, so change some aspects of it, I don't know, so yeah, maybe here there's some thing that might not be looking good. Yes, some little details, we can get some improvements. Slight improvements can make some difference sometimes. And yeah, so here looks like this is a little mistake here in the... Eu não sei se isso aqui vai... É um pouco perigoso fazer isso, mas é só um pouco, então deve ser ok. Alright folks, so this is the technique that I'm gonna apply on everywhere here. So let's try and see how the wrist goes, folks. Yes, too many bones here. This won't help, right? So let's start from here. We have the hand, the deform armature, right? For the hand, not the control. So a gente tem aqui o rig, a armação de deformação da mão, né? E aqui a armação de controle. O que importa pra gente aqui nesse caso é a armação de deformação, é nela que eu vou aplicar. Então eu já tenho aqui uma espécie de bend bone meio isolado. Isso aqui tá mal feito, tá uma coisa meio feito nas pressas. So here maybe I can, yeah, there's some bad positioning of here, right? So this can be dangerous to move, but it's probably required. So let's try to improve this. Let's align here. Alright, And ok, estou alinhando. I'm aligning this to this. So is this the proper joint of the wrist bone? It looks like this wrist is a bit too... Let's look at my own hand. Estou olhando o meu próprio pulso, a minha própria mão. Então, yeah, this bending here, about here, should be... Yeah, it was not totally incorrect. So we made some adjustment there. This could be problematic because there's also a mechanism that there should be, deveria ter também uma armação de mecanismo que sumiu. Ela deve ter ido para outro lugar acidentalmente. So this is bad. It might have... Oh no, it's there. It's there. Okay. So what I need to adapt here is because since I've changed this value here, yeah, I'll have to do some adaptation to this, the mechanism, just to avoid some incoherences. Where's the mechanism? Oh, there, I was looking wrong. So here, this probably should take the same length here. Oh, this is the wrong... Alright, eu errei acho que eu peguei o osso errado. Esse é o... Ok. Extremamente ele está mais longo do que esse aqui. Right, so the value is the same, fine. Let's also adapt here. Push, okay, this is... There's a make temporarily, here is not really required, but... So... Alright, let's just make sure it is there. Here also, let's make sure it is on that joint. Here the alignment... Oh, hold on. So before I'm making the corrections, alright, align to that, and these will be aligned with workspace. So there will be a little tilt in the and this aligned to this, fine, and just making sure this this doesn't matter, and então agora what matters is to get, yeah, okay, from this small correction, you see there is some twist feature thanks to the bendy bones, and I believe it's because of the fact that the wrist bone there, here, esse aqui, o pulso, o osso do pulso de deformação, ele é um bendy bone. Se ele não fosse um bendy bone, eu acho que a rotação não estaria acontecendo. Mas, bom, tem 5 aqui. Vamos tentar levar para 1 e vamos ver o que acontece. Não, ainda acontece. Então, o fato desse ser um bendy bone ou não... parece que tem uma diferença. Let's see. Actually, oh yes, indeed. The torsion. So, what do you think? Is it more evident with the bendy bone or without the bendy bone? It's a bit, I'm confused right now, but this looks like the forearm doesn't change, right? It stays parallel, which is not incorrect, right? And what rotates is before, right? So there is twisting, but because this is already a bendy bone, so if I turn this on, like, still working, right? But oh, wrong. I don't know what I'm touching here. Yeah, I was touching this one. So aqui, I think this is better. So we have twist feature here, and this is more realistic. The hand, oh, hold on, the hand can twist, sort of. A mão consegue rotacionar pouco sozinha, ficando desalinhada com o antebraço. So there is some weird motion in the hand where it apparently can have some twisting that doesn't follow exactly this alignment. So maybe this was actually a good thing. Yeah, so this is not, this can be interesting in the end. So I'm gonna keep it. Oh, again, mistake. Except that this makes it to be aligned, exceto que isso faz a mão ficar alinhada. Again, wrong. E isso faz ele dar a curva. So this makes it aligned, and here it can curve more, so it can twist more. So apparently this wrist is a mistake, but we haven't seen everything. Yeah, it has some weird stuff here, so let's still reset all that. And okay, so this now becomes just a simple hand bone, twist bone, no, hand bone, yeah, wrist bone, I mean. So okay, let's use that. And let's build now finally the system. Ok, vamos criar a junta de... Se bem que em termos de artefatos, in terms of artifacts, well, yeah, the artifacts that could be working here would be those ones. Yeah, so here there are some, yeah, we can probably improve these deforms, and also this. So this is, the y-axis is sort of fixed, but these are still not very nice, right? So we need to investigate how we can do that with just a fan bone, right? So we can start with the what happened to this? Why can't I reset? Oh, because now this is the reset pose. So I've made some changes here. This was probably wrong. Not sure. Just displacing this bone should do, but yeah, okay. Anyways, that's doesn't matter. Eu estraguei um pouco a T-pose aqui, mas tudo bem, isso eu ajeito depois. O importante é só mexer na posição desses bones aqui. Eles definem a rest pose. Então aqui, deform, help. This is a control. This is which bone? Okay, so this is some sort of mechanism bone. I think that I'm not using this, so I need this joint. Eu preciso dessa junta. Also, this is distorted. Let's change that. Probably this should be aligned with this. I think this is just a mechanism bone, right? So it doesn't matter now. This is the wrist bone. Let's change this. Arms, yeah. Simplify. Oh, that will change the other side. Yeah, let's. Yeah, não vou fazer essa mudança agora. So, let's create first or duplicate this bone here, the fan bone, so we can reuse same stuff. The parenting now goes to this, and we'll call this arm wrist fan. No, it's wait, why this strange thing naming here sounds bad. So wrist, actually it's wrist fan left. Alright, so it's already created on the other side. No, because the name, right? Alright, now they are symmetric. Ok, então o que eu vou precisar aqui não sei o que aconteceu aqui, mas doesn't matter. I think there's just a bone that is, yeah, might have to do with this bone. So no, it doesn't do nothing. So what happened there? This thing got, I might have changed some parenting. I think some parenting got lost. This lost parenting. Okay, so this of course is parented the control. Okay, so this is a mechanism bone, whatever, some sort of a target. Vamos colocar isso de volta aqui. Alinhar com, bom, alinhar com esse aqui. Align, so Z pointing up there in relation to the hand. And we don't need to be that extensive, so now all we have to do, it already has got a it already has got a how to say, yeah, same copy rotation, so it's local space with owner orientation and owner local space. So it uses its own local space, and for the target, which is it still wants to use its own axis. I don't know how to explain, but in this case it works like that. Replace and influence will gonna change, and the target, of course, must adapt and invert all axes. The Y maybe not, but yeah, why not? So let's skip that. So right now, okay, so something broke, right? No, nothing broke. Oh yeah, something broke. Isso aqui deve estar parented to the front lower arm. No, that's not quite right. I think this should be parented to this. No. So apparently I've messed up my rig. I don't remember how this control elbow. This makes absolutely no sense. Oh, look at the name of this bone. Yeah, what a chaos. I'm gonna save, vamos só olhar arquivo anterior e tá feito. Basicamente, sorry folks, just is that mechanism bone there, the control bone of the wrist, was just something that I did just for the case in the future of adding a new feature, so it always was left incomplete there, so that's why I'm confused right now about how to solve this. But this is a simple thing. It's just, well, it's a little complicated because this rig is different. Oh, here we go. Target I key. Oh, I see, there it is. So deform. Alright, so no, there's no control bone here. This was probably a duplicate mistake. So this is parented to no parent, okay, but it got bone constraints to copy transforms lower master lower arm, which is this one. Okay, all right, so let's, well, mystery solved. Então, na verdade, esse bone aqui não existe, and it doesn't exist. So this is the mechanism that I thought I was working with. For some reason we don't parent it, because it's like the advanced foot rig. É que nem o advanced foot rig não se faz esse parentamento aqui em geral, embora seja um osso de mecanismo, né? Em geral, eu acho que não se faz essa conexão, por isso. E alinhamento vai ser, eu vou alinhar na verdade com isso aqui. Não, vou alinhar com, e agora? Vou alinhar com isso aqui, com esses da mão que seja. E vou também ver o bone constraints. Okay, that's correct. So what I need now is that I broke this parenting, so this one should be parented to, does it have, no bond constraint, so where does it needs to be parented to? Agora que eu, isso aqui de fato, now we don't parent to that, no, shouldn't be right, esse parenteamento aqui deve estar incorreto, so let's go try here. Basically parent here is their bond constraint. Oh, there's copy transforms, ok, para aquele mecanismo, né? Is it? Yes, so it's parent to this, and does this has, no, it even don't even use this. It's a fake name target I key. This is fake name. It bypasses, so this is why this rig works. The mechanism chain bypasses whatever stuff here on the hand, and it goes directly to the IKEY target, which would be this one. So it bypasses everything, and so it splits the, it allows the splitting of the chains, of the deformed chain. Então a lógica desse rig aqui é que podia estar tudo junto, everything could be aligned, it doesn't matter, but the idea is the same. The IKEY target doesn't go to some hand or foot thing, it bypasses, atravessa tudo, ele não passa pela mão ou pelo pé, ele vai direto no controlador master. E aí é isso que permite que dê para splitar, dividir os rigs nesse setup. Eu tenho esse setup para baixar no Gumroad. I have a Gumroad where you can download the setup. I've made slight changes, but that's that I didn't update it yet, folks. So right now, yeah, let's parent that correctly this time. So here, parent offset. So that's, yes, that's good. And it has a, no, what did they, it's not right. It already has a copy transforms targeting the, ok. Eu só quero tirar limpo. I need to just to check that, and then we go to the straight thing, right, folks? So parent of this, parent on bone of this, parent to lower arm. Okay, so it's this one. Esse aqui é a submão que controla esse antebraço. Então so this actually goes parented to this. Yes, so that would be, so these splittings allow for this thing, and this rig also allows for something that I'm still exploring, allows for pinning joint, like from the, so here you see we cannot pin this thing, but there is actually a solution. Elbow pinning from, yeah, this is already working, but What about this? Now that's another story, right? So alright, so the idea is just pinning here, right? And we can change this. But then o problema que eu ainda estou enfrentando é que isso aqui tem que voltar, e na hora de voltar ele, when it returns, it has this thing. So I don't know how to solve this yet. Even if I did that repositioning, it would still, well, so if I can keep pose this to return, yeah, so anyways, isso não importa, folks. Vamos de novo aqui nisso aqui, vamos fazer essa coisa finalmente. Okay, so I have a fan bone. Where is that? Help. Okay, no, this is, again I have this. So is it possible that I've messed up the files? Oh, I messed up the files. Great. Ele salvou numa yeah, little mistake here. So I'm an N, it is the last one, so here I should have my fan bone back. So it doesn't matter, they are quite similar now, at least so just checking here, no parent here, so this must be what is this, parent 2? Okay, no parent here, so that's normal, that's fine. So any. Alright, so oh, and something kept broken here, but now I remember by heart. So this must be parent to that. Okay, that's correct. And this, its bone constraint must be copy transforms, that it lost the copy transforms, right? So yeah, here copy transforms, I think where space, that will be it. Yeah, so yeah, sorry folks, this is really annoying, but necessary. This is why perhaps I was a bit not willing to make those bendy bones right now, those systems right now, because I delayed this thing, because who knows what we'll find out in the wrist area, obscured for centuries on this rig. So what we need now is just to set this to rotate or to derotate. Let's see. We see that it is not doing much. So we're facing a problem here, that it is not being affected by the bone constraint. This is because of some splitting between parenting and bone constraint. Tá, aqui é um caso muito interessante em que o bone constraint aqui da rotação não está funcionando como eu queria, porque tem um split entre parenting parenteamento do bone e os bone constraints. Então as coisas não estão... Então ele não está rotacionando direito apenas quando algum outro bone faz o movimento. E para isso, um jeito de ou mexer no parenting, whether we change the parenting, ou então talvez, nesse caso, o que seria mais simples é simplesmente trocar o target, change the target. I think this should be better, but it's not clear. Alright, so this is not working. Oh, there's forget all, never mind whatever I thought. Esqueça tudo que eu falei. Na verdade, esse tem que ser o target. Eu só tava just wrong influence, folks. No? Alright, so don't forget. Não, então na verdade tinha algo para resolver, sim. Ele ainda não está parent dele é... o parent está diferente, ok? Então parent to the wrist. Agora ele vai... Tá ali, né? We can probably augment its... bone stuff there. And let's go on bone constraint. Vamos ver o efeito disso. Quase não dá pra ver. Okay, we don't see this happening. Why this is turned off? Okay, something is not working about this. Very odd. Tem alguma coisa nesse setup que não está funcionando direito. Ele simplesmente não está... Apesar de tudo que eu fiz, ele não está... Here it's working. You see how the fan bone derotates. And here it just refuses, it stays static. The bone constraint is the same idea. Right? Except that, this takes the lower arm, this takes the wrist. So why the wrist doesn't... Well, the wrist is rotated. The problem is that the wrist is rotated by bone constraint, but this is bone constraint, so should affect we could try target local space, target local with parent, right, so the wrist is straight, so This means that on this pose the wrist isn't straight anymore, so this is not correct, right? This is not good. No, not with parent, so custom space, and let's try this. Armature, yes, okay. Okay, so this is not good, so let's try, why not, let's try this one. No, very odd. Yeah, it's certainly the setup that I've made. I need to have a bone that responds to all that, but copy rotations, let's see. Hold on. This bone has copy transform world space, so maybe it needs to match here. No. Também não. Owner, local space. Yeah, because the other is copy transforms. It relates to location to workspace, so this is useless. Why something so simple becomes so complicated? Yeah, because I have a whole rig going on into this that is already quite complicated, or slightly complicated. So what if I target this? Yeah, this is dangerous, but technically that can work. No? No. I'm out of ideas here, folks. Tô ficando sem ideias aqui para resolver isso. Talvez... Ok, o parenting desse aqui... maybe there we go. Let's do the same thing. Okay, but now it got problems. But at least não dá pra saber, né? So maybe we just get a... This got a copy transform, so let's try to... Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna get this to... Yeah, okay, so they need to match the everything, except that on top of that it will add something. Okay, finally. Então, acho que eu entendi agora. É que eles tinham que mimetizar esse outro bom. Então, em todos os aspectos, o parenting cruzado e também até mesmo o copy transforms, exceto que ele tem que adicionar isso aqui. Isso aqui pode dar problema. Ok, replace e depois add. E não está funcionando. So, então, normalmente dá para fazer essa sequência. Replace duplamente, mas ele continua não funcionando. Anything missing? Target. Let's try changing targets. Alright. So here, mudando o target para essa desgraça, changing the target to this haunted thing, then that shouldn't even be there. It's just for me to remember that there is more work to do in the hand if I want. Like, it would be to make an advanced hand rig. Seria, no caso, tentar fazer um rig de mão mais avançado that would sort of mimic an advanced foot rig, que poderia mimetizar talvez o que acontece com um advanced foot rig, um rig de pé, uma armação de pé avançado. So I'm not sure why that works that way, but oh, there is also something wrong. Yeah. A rotação tá toda errada. Então, se eu tiver isso aqui, yeah, we're not done with that, unfortunately. Ainda não está resolvido porque essa inversão devia estar acontecendo. Ele nem está invertendo a rotação, aparentemente. Wait. Now, I don't know how, folks, but that seemed to work. So after original, let's say this is original, after original, as if the constraint target is a child. Makes no sense to me, but okay, if that works, that works. Very ludicrous, incomprehensible case. I hope that's the worst that it gets, just because of this stupid bone, probably. Yeah, so, yeah, note that their targets is the same here. So, now, this deformation should be, look that it doesn't respond correctly. No, yes, there is problems. Yeah, it goes a bit crazy, right? So No, the parent here, this is incorrect, so yeah. So we're not done yet. No. It was looking good from this, but then it's still failing miserably. Ainda tá tendo problemas. Talvez é porque nesse caso específico, apparently now, in this specific case, its own orientation is not as important as, it needs to use the local of the target. In this case necessarily with this madness. So, okay. That was challenging, but we got it. So now we can wave paint this thing. Yeah. And could have done before, maybe it would have been worse. So I just want this. Okay, no, mechanism, I'm showing all that. So controls, yes, helper, def. So let's bring this to helper. Control Shift M to select both sides. No, let's first symmetrize. Vamos primeiro simetrizar. Now let's grab that. Agora a gente pega isso aqui. Ctrl Shift M. Extend. Agora os dois lados estão selecionados. Both sides are selected. Then what I wanted to do here. Wave paint. Now I am Shift. No, just M to move this to helper. No. Shift M to helper. Shift M, take off from deforms. So now on deforms it is here. On control I just want this, whatever. On helper I can have this, and on deforms I perhaps let's pick those ones just to make sure. Então vamos pegar os ossos deformadores, não. Ok, isso para trabalhar deve ser suficiente. So now we get wave paint mode. Let's see. Vamos ver qual é a situação. Certo. Então, esse aqui não é um osso de deformação, não está deformando nada. Isso não parece correto. Esse osso aqui, it's not this can cause trouble. So also because now we're implementing this new bone, so let's fix that, folks. Let's add some waves here and let's get some. Here probably need to simplify. So the wrist, should it include the whole hand? The whole hand. Vamos fazer isso incluir a mão inteira para dar uma segurada nessa estrutura. So it will hold the structure of the hand better. I hope this is not a bad idea. So we need some. I think this was something that was lacking in this hand rig. So we need to stabilize it for this this thing. Like, we don't want a jelly hand, right? Não quer uma mão de geleca. Então, como tem blended waves por toda parte aqui, deve ser ok fazer isso, vai dar uma estabilizada na mão, dando mais recurso, mais força na intensidade das deformações do... Essa é wrist bone, na verdade, é praticamente é mais uma... É mais como se fosse um osso da mão mesmo. So I'm not sure about this part here. We're gonna see soon. Here probably should be good to smooth this out. And yeah, and then all here gotta get some strong smooth. Maybe it would be better to use... No, it's not working. I don't have any selection, so... Yeah, maybe let's just try to... A little bit a bit more arbitrary. And here I probably want more precision, so this, maybe I include this. So this signifying that the fingers, they will be more stable around the hand, near the hand. But it's not necessarily a good thing. We'll need to check this out. Alright, I think this is enough. So if I... Okay, it's useless to do this on... Aqui, claro, tem umas coisas que não estão concluídas, mas a gente não tem o... There are things here that were not concluded in terms of auto I-key rigs, so that is normal that some things here are not looking good, but also because I'm not an... I would simplify, so we don't really... Here I need absolutely to control the way this this transforms happening. They are too chaotic. And here this bone is locked, so this is better. If you remember, agora parece estar bem melhor. Se lembra como é que estava acontecendo essas coisas? Tudo isso aqui dobrava. All the wrist, the forearm was bending in some strange way, and now it's much more stable around the wrist, so and the end of the forearm. So this is helping. If we didn't have this bone as a, or maybe just because I've added waves to this, no, probably this was also... Oh, there's no waves here. Alright, sorry folks. Na verdade, isso acontecendo só porque eu coloquei waves aqui, mas esse aqui ainda não tem waves de correção, o fan bone, então a gente vai criar essas waves agora. So we are going to, okay, so I see more or less where I need to place. It's probably around here. Yeah, so this part, yeah, maybe even here. So we're gonna add some waves here, and probably we're gonna play with those waves to see better. So, but for now we add waves on the region that seems the most affected by bad deforms. Here we could have just some blended waves, that should be okay. And sure, we can have some whatever waves here, doesn't matter. Aqui não importa muito, essas áreas são realmente, vão ficar por conta da mão, do osso da mão, né? Mas só aqui perto talvez um pouco mais de... Eu não vou até os dedos ali, até as falanges, é muito trabalho. And so here let's clean that. Here maybe we should reduce, this is a bit toxic. Let's take off some of this. Seems just a bit excessive. Here maybe we can blur this thing. This is not the most affected area, so here probably we can implement some blurring here. That should improve a lot, because this is also part of the problem. So that here we can blur this now that we have this. And we can still, yeah, it looks curvy, but that's not necessarily bad. We can also adjust from the amount of derotation of this bone. So if it is, so if we derotate a lot, then it gets better results in this case. So this is an interesting case. So aqui, se eu tenho muita influência no fan bone ali, eu vou ter mais impacto positivo para essas deformações. Então, agora, mesmo que o wave paint não esteja perfeito, no, it's not this one. Even if wave paint is not ideal, you see how far can I go with adequate results. So fan bone, really powerful here, right folks? Check out what it would look like without it. Well, yeah, it's helping. It's not, maybe it's not necessary, but you see it gets some improvement. And we don't have the bendy bone spline for this joint, so we can, yeah, I don't think that it would be necessary, but for regularity of this rig, it could be an interesting proposition. It could even make it better, and you can make it just to compare and see the combination of the two techniques. So here we have some strange pose, but this is also not a very I think I want to improve this pose in some way, but I don't know how right now. Em todo caso, de modo geral, aqui está funcionando bem, essa técnica aqui está bom para demonstração. Então, after a lot of struggle on time here, we sort of succeed. Let's see my time here. I've been doing this for 1 hour and a half. I never thought a simple fan bone would be so difficult, but it's because of this wrist craziness that I was facing on this particular rig. If you do it, you have a conventional rig, you won't suffer with that, I hope. So this is okay. So what I can do here is just to try to make out the simple, right? Let's make that, yeah, no problem. So this is simple. We just copy that. There are a lot of tutorials about making bendy bone splines, so I won't make from scratch here because I have this thing, but basically it will be create a bone, extrude the bone, so you have 3 bones, then you can change this one, then you add some, yeah, this is the deform, these are non-deform, these are the hands, so these you make them bigger, you duplicate here the value of the length, copy that and paste here, right? So they have the same length. Here the length will you need to snap this into the with control, for example, snap to vertex there, snap to right, snap to vertex. The orientation is important, so this must be parent offset to this. This parenting doesn't matter. Forget about this. This parenting is wrong. And then you need to set up the bone, so segments for the bendy bone. Here I had weight, but let's use something less, 6. So we don't mess with all that. It should be reset by default. Here we can, yeah, so the target, we need to target this for start handle and target this for the end handle. So the bone is actually on that direction, yes. You see how tiny those bones are. So this is the direction of the spline. Then finally yeah, so then you align the bendy bone with this one, and yeah, then perhaps I can do this and align here anyways. And if you rotate on edit mode, you need to use select the handles, yeah, you need to select that whole thing and then rotate like that, otherwise, and move with medium, otherwise transform people, vai ter que usar isso, senão vai dar problema. Tem que selecionar a junta do bendy bone e aqui também, senão dá crepe. And then to finish, right, so to finish, then you need to create a stretch tool. So this stretch tool, tem que criar stretch to bone constraint, e aí tem que resetar, e aí tá pronto. E qualquer alteração no edit mode, any change in edit mode, you'll have to, if you want to have this, you can set manually, but there is a exact value for the original length. So so you're gonna change here, so you don't bother with that yet. So here I want to place this according to the wrist. So I align here. Let's change this to normal. Let's push it maybe here. I'm not sure. So let's try first this. Then here I will bring this to this. And we'll move it forward. Yeah, this can go up there. And then this, yeah, and let's not forget to align. Then also let's parent this to the wrist, to the, yeah, so now the handle is parent to the wrist and align with it, and this is parent, no, not yet, or is it? No, then now it is parented to the forearm and it is aligned with it, and now this will snap to the, make sure snapping doesn't include, yeah, não tem que incluir isso, senão ele vai ficar snapeando na malha, nos vértices da malha. Então aqui eu tô tendo alguma dificuldade de aqui, alright, so and then there you need here, e aí eu vou alinhar isso aqui, yeah, e aí ele, por último, a última coisa que faz, so a última coisa que faz é, the last thing we do actually is the tail of the bendy bone. So just redoing here so you see. Okay, snap here, align, and then we need to snap this to the here, and it keeps aligned from the base. So this is it parented? It is, keep offset, not connected. This will break the spline. It must be keep offset. So tem que ser keep offset, senão isso estraga o bendy bone. Agora on the other we need this to be stretched too. Let's reset. There's no bone constraint in principle, so this value should match, I think. Well, it's not matching exactly. Maybe it's already being affected by bone constraints. Não está exatamente sendo igual, mas idêntico, mas tá vendo? So what you can do here, que esses bones já estão parenteados, então meio que eles estão parenteados em bones que estão sofrendo deslocamentos, transformações por conta de bone constraints. So that's why so actually the correct thing to do, a coisa certa para fazer, se eu quiser exatidão, é copiar isso aqui, e aí sim, agora sim. Alright, so some technique that I've consolidated here with bendy bones maintenance. So here folks, okay, the bendy bone spline is working, but the names are incorrect, and so let's make some changes here. Control Shift M, let's Control F2, bones, find and replace. The problem is that I'm not sure about their names, right? So okay, alright, so depth, arm, elbow, smooth, alright, so Control Shift M, bones, so instead of elbow it will be wrist. And so this, and what I'm doing, Control Shift M, they will, let's take off the yeah, so strip characters, digits, punctuations with Shift, and alright, and this yeah, so this could be a bit problematic, so let's do it manually here. Actually, this is because this is the first and this is the second, so that should be, yeah. And then here this is the first and this is the second, and there we go. So they are renamed. Now only thing that we need to do is the wave paint again. So we're gonna get to wave paint this. We are gonna get some weird pose to start with, maybe that one, and I just need this, not add, can be mix. So here I'm not sure what would work, but maybe if we usually we don't, when especially now this is important, especially when we have fan bones, which are very precise deformed bones, we don't want the too much waves for the any other bone that is corrective in there, except for fanny bones, which are the então, o que é importante, especialmente quando tem um fan bone envolvido, e é o caso, um osso de ventilador, um osso de leque. Esse é um osso de leque, o que eu fiz o anterior. E esse aqui é um osso smoother, de bend bone spline. Esse aqui ele não é tão importante, a quantidade a força, intensidade do waves, quanto o outro. Aqui é bem fundamental que ele tenha muito menos waves, porque o outro é um corretor de deformações muito mais exato. Então, se eu tirar muitos waves, se eu mudar a razão de cada vértice colocando muito waves nesse aqui, além dos waves que estão sendo roubados, né, dos deformed, não dá para ser no wave paint mode. Além dos deformed bones que o fan bone tá tendo que concorrer com eles para derrotacionar, ele ainda vai ter que competir waves com esse aqui. Então esse aqui, que é menos fundamental na minha ótica, os dois são bons, mas o fan bone, como ele é mais exato, ele precisa, os fan bones, né, se tiver vários, eles são, como eles trabalham com mais precisão, eles precisam ter prioridade. So the fan bones, because they work with higher precision for the derotations that they do, they have higher priority for the ratios. So when we combine them, the bendy bones the smoother bendy bone splines shouldn't be carrying too much waves. So in the beginning I've exaggerated and I was forgetting about that. So because I was looking at the deformed results, but even, yeah, if the deformed results are good, that's fine, because they are doing somewhat the same thing, they are correcting, right? But the correctives from the fan bones are more structural. I mean, they are meant to be exacting, because they are rotations that immediately counter the rotation of the wrist, of the arm, whatever, of the original deformed bone, which causes the artifacts through excessive rotations. So what the fan bone does the fan bone just derotates exactly those vertices, but it requires strong waves for that, right? Well, yeah, it requires, waves, good waves at least, and the more we take waves from it, the worse its exacting or precise corrections would lose in effectiveness. So, então eu realmente tenho que cuidar para não exagerar nos outros sistemas se eu tenho uma implementação de fan bone. Eu não posso ficar criando mais bones de ajuda para eles vão acabar atrapalhando o fan bone. If I what happens in many cases that these extra corrective bones like this smoother bendy bone spline, they will end up ruining the quality of the fan bone, and that is like, well, if you're doing that, you better not even have a fan bone maybe, right? So you have the fan bone to make precise corrections, and this regarding the axis, X and Z, and especially X and Z for the fan bone. So I think this might be enough, just enough. Acho que aqui tá bom o suficiente para essa. So let's see what we can play with that. So the bendy bone, there's nothing. We can play with automation with the bendy bones, and even through drivers or even through the handles. If we want, we can automate this, but this is time consuming. It could be useful for this part maybe. So we can play with it, but you see it's not so easy. If the splines rotate, it usually is better, right? So, então dá para automatizar algumas coisas aqui com bone constraints, ou até o próprio bendy bone com drivers aqui. Mas geralmente isso é muito trabalhoso e não só compensa se realmente for uma situação que eu quero usar essa bendy bone spline e tiver dando muito problema. So, okay, now we can compare. So, is this a deformed bone? Yes. So, agora vai dar para comparar. So, does it do anything better or worse in combination with the fan bone? I think it is helping. Acho que está ajudando, é bem pouco, mas aqui talvez esse efeito seja legal, né? Dá uma curvatura estilizada, né? Eu estava tentando um pouco counterar isso, mas so I think it's yeah, so we must be careful about bendy bones because of this, the scaling on yeah, so, or is it an illusion, or okay, so I think it's okay. We can still make some adjustments here. For example, volume variation, we can play that. I don't have much experience with that, it's a bit confusing, but we can play with it. So we can reduce the amount of maintain volume. Yeah, we can. No, this not, but yeah, so there are many ways to improve with the, but in principle the bendy bone spline is much more complicated to automate than a simple fan bone like that. So, but we can use both. You see that it's not a terrible idea. Just one of the techniques would do. Então não precisa usar as duas, eu que estou insistindo porque é interessante. Mas tecnicamente, oh, here you see something weird. Oh, well, we are facing some não, foi só alguma coisa. Okay, so here let's try now without the fan bone, yeah, let's just get this and this and this, and let's go back here. Let's, yeah, now I turn this off, and we are just using the deform of the fan bone, which is not too strong, by the way, so must take that into account. Aqui eu tô tendo lag, mas não tem muito o que fazer porque sim, tenho que fazer sim. So yeah, they are in the way, but so you see, this is the bendy bone spline is on its own already do cool work. So it doesn't need the fan bone, or the fan bone doesn't need for the hand, for this hand rig. But if they are together, if we don't have any, we have good deforms though, still, because of, well, no, not so good, right? No corrective at all. It's can work, right? With more some tricks, mesh topology, wave painting, mesh geometry, whatever. So, but if we include either the bendy bone spline, this corrective, smooth bone, right? Smooth. I call this smoother bone, right? Smoother bendy bone spline. It already gets good. Or if we use this, it also has some improvement, the fan bone. So either, and if you have both, we, although double in complication, it also can help to have even better rig. So I think this is satisfying, folks, and this is a good so smoother bendy bone spline technique. It's a Blender Studio thing. There's a tutorial that uses it for the pelvis rig, which is much more, it's a complex joint, it's not a simple joint like that. I think this is not so much a simple joint, because to be fair, okay folks, we could use a fan bone for each phalanx, a bendy bone spline for each phalanx. To be fair, here I would make an exception because it's too much tiny stuff to work. I think fan bones here would do well enough. It's simpler to manage. It's not like the wrist, we have a lot of bones. It would be simpler. So here, and because of the rest position of the fingers, it's already working well enough. So in terms of preserve volume, also the skinning algorithm that I'm using is dual quaternion skinning, so not recommended if you don't know the problem of it, the artifact that it generates, the warping artifacts of if anything rotates more than, anything rotates about exactly 180 positive or negative degrees, that will create a warp the mesh in the, it's a crazy thing. So don't use this unless you are aware of that, and also you are aware that not every software can handle dual quaternion skinning. So I'm using this now because I'm rigging in Blender for 3D animation in Blender, so I don't care. And this sort of, I'm exploring the potentiality of preserve volume. The cool thing is that yes, this has not, the rotations here of these joints on rest position are not related to necessarily to preserve volume, but preserve volume makes this even better in my experience. So alright, but não use preserve volume se não sabe o que está fazendo. Isso aqui não só não é muito versátil, outros softwares, game engines e tal, não vão, além do Blender, não vão ter o Dual Quaternion Skinning método. Então é melhor não usar isso e ter o problema dos artefatos das warping, das teleportação. Se tu rotaciona qualquer deform bone com malha em 180 graus ou 180 graus negativos, a malha vai virar o avesso, vai ter um fenômeno que só acontece com isso, assim. É o warping artifact e é uma droga, então não é recomendado, melhor usar o comum. Mas eu estou usando isso aqui porque eu estou experimentando, então estou nem aí. É só para Blender, é só para animação em Blender, então não estou fazendo isso para um projeto que usa outro software. Que não teria suporte para esse algoritmo de skinning. So folks, that's it for this live stream. Quite long, but we faced some annoying problems, and now I'm gonna save this file. And we are good to go. See ya, folks. This was more rigging of this series of the simple joints, and next I think we can address the fingers. Yeah, and we'll just use this. We can still experiment with the combination, but I'll just do this on one, or just to test, right? It's too much work to set up this for each little finger, so either we don't do any of those at all, or if we do, I would prefer to use the fan bone. It's more direct to the point, the oriental fan bone. So that's it, folks. And also there is, okay, we have the joint here. This is done, this is sort of done. The knee, yes, it's done, but it's not perfect. And there's the ankle. Then I could also try, no, but this is bendy bone, yeah, already. So, but maybe we can do, yeah, maybe for these joints of the neck. Alright, so there are something more to play for this series to go on. So of the simple joints, that's it. So that's the two techniques I'm using: bendy bones, smoother bendy bone splines for simple joints, and oriental fan bone for simple joints. That's it, the two techniques that we may combine or not according to your preference. That's it, folks. Oh, also, bendy bones, they don't work outside of Blender, so we might have to convert. There's a tutorial for this on CG Dive, convert bendy bones to regular deformed bones. So that's it, folks. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care. Happy blending.